Hello and welcome back guys to another video on my channel, A Traveler's Mindset. I'm Yannick. I flew over to Sydney, Australia's most popular and most populated city, and there's a lot to find here guys, alright? We're gonna have a deep dive into the occupation snake catching, which is an actual occupation here in Australia. 19 of the 20 most poisonous snakes in the world live here. Rob, who we're gonna meet today, is one of Sydney's most popular snake catchers. I'm very excited to meet him. We're gonna meet him in a couple of minutes and we're gonna join him for the day. When people have a snake in their home, their garden, whatever, they're gonna call Rob, and Rob is gonna come over and catch the snake and then release it safely back into the wild. It's gonna be awesome guys, let's do it. Ah, there he is. Rob, I'm Yannick.
Ah, g'day
Rob,
mate.
Nice to meet you, mate.
Yeah,
Finally. A day in the life of a snake catcher in Australia. Rob obviously has done it quite a while, right? How long have you been doing it overall?
Oh, probably about, professionally, for about 15 years actually.
It's an absolute pleasure and I'm very excited for today. I'm sure you guys are going to have a great time. Rob, do you want to say anything before we get right into it?
First of all, do you feel safe with me here?
I feel very safe, yeah.
You should feel perfectly safe. You know, the bush is such a safe place.
Yeah.
Like people always imagine that the bush is a scary place and full of things that want to hurt you. Yeah. But actually the bush is a safe place. It's where you're in your haven. It heals you, hey?
Yeah, I agree. Nature is healing. I agree 100%.
It actually heals you.
Yeah.
You sit here long enough, you get what you need, you get your mindset right. But I don't spend all my time all day in a cave. In this sort of bushland, a lot of things hide under things, but eventually there'll be calls, but they come at different times of the day. In the meantime, we can just wander around, and that's my favourite thing, wandering around.
And explore. I love that too. Oh, someone's having a laugh.
What's that?
Kookaburra.
Oh, kookaburra. How long you've been in Australia for a while, haven't you?
Yeah, I've been here for, not too long, 2 years.
You know why I know?
Why?
If you hung around Australians long enough, you'll pick up something very subtle from them. There's a few little things you'll say, like, oh yeah, right mate, yeah, right, yeah. Like, if you think that Germans don't say that. Oh, I might, yeah. Yep. Hang on, just have a look at the torch here.
A little peek?
No, that's coming off.
How's usually your day looking?
Yeah, it's 24 hours and you wait for calls for people. Kind of like a tow truck driver waiting for accidents. There's virtually no time off. The jobs eventually come, but sometimes there's a big wait and it can be hours and hours and hours and hours, nothing all day, and then all of a sudden 5 jobs pop up at once and all these people freaking out. But because I do it full time, I'm just available full time, and eventually it comes, but a lot of people can't deal with that.
That's a cool job to have, man.
I seek dopamine, I think, and snake catching can give it to you a little bit, but it's more the fact that people want this snake caught and you've got to catch it. And it gives you that bit of a thrill, especially when it's a really difficult situation. Yeah. But apart from that, it's actually quite boring. You're seeing the same things over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. It's a thing that a lot of people aren't quite used to, is the negativity. People walk up to the snake show, watch the snake show, and at the end of the snake show they go, oh, the only good snake's a dead snake. I don't like snakes. I go, but here you are at a snake show. Yeah, but, oh, yeah, it's funny. Well, what it is they say they hate them, but what they're trying to say is they're scared of them, which I don't have that, obviously. Yeah, neither do you.
Nah.
There you go.
Oh.
Golden crown snake.
Golden crown snake?
Yeah.
Oh,
it's even better than a sunweb. And it's quite rare to find like this.
Wow.
You know what, this isn't the normal way I find golden crown snakes.
Yeah, okay.
You see them so commonly at night around here, especially these sandstone areas of Sydney. Even though they're venomous, they're not actually dangerous. See that moving around there? It's a bush cockroach. Oh, is it? See how they...
Is it as big as they grow? Or?
This is about average. The females get about 750 mil, 800 long, like for a really, really massive one. This one's not doing what they normally do. There we go. Perfect.
Oh wow.
How good is that? A mini pocket cobra.
Look at that.
No, pocket cobra. More like a eastern brown sit like that. So they sort of do a similar thing.
Yeah.
And then they do that. Oh wow, he's not letting us down, is he?
Wow. What a beautiful little fella.
See how strong his defensive display is?
Yeah.
This gets him into a lot of trouble. More trouble than it's worth, because the cat, imagine a cat, they just throw a threat display in every direction possible to scare whatever it is. It's quite funny. See? Now constantly spin and look another way where there's no one's even there. How funny are golden crown snakes?
Amazing.
They mostly, as far as we know, don't bite, but I have been bitten by one.
What happened?
Only me and another guy, nothing. I could have gotten out of the way of the bite. I was holding it and it went like this. I went, it's going to bite me. And it went, and then let go, and then it went really slowly and did it again. It didn't have any effect at all. Oh, look at you handling native wildlife.
I know. I'm a good apprentice. I'm a good apprentice, aren't I?
Ah, well, with golden crown snakes, anyone's a good apprentice, I think.
Yeah.
If this was a coastal taipan,
Yeah, no, better not though.
you'd be a little bit different. But Australia has half of our snakes are small inconspicuous species like this. Yeah. And Australia gets all this excitement over our large venomous snakes.
Yeah.
But it's actually our small ones that are the most interesting.
Oh, yeah.
See how he does that? It works though. You imagine being a cat or picking that up and it's flicking itself around.
Do you remove a lot of these crown snakes?
Oh, you ever do, because they turn up in houses. Because they come in under the front door.
Yeah.
And they'll be going through the house and someone will come across it and they always think they've got a brown snake in their house. Mm. Not once do they ever say, oh, I've got a golden crown snake in my house. Okay, mate. I'll have a look. You know what that is?
It's an extra brown, right? Baby one?
No.
No? Looks like one.
You're actually demonstrating what I was just talking about.
Yeah, nice.
What happens is these are 100% almost 100% of the time thought of to be an eastern brown snake.
Yeah, right.
They're a golden crown snake.
Yeah, nice. Beautiful snake.
That's
sort of like iridescence to it.
Yeah, that's an adult too.
Really? Where'd you find it?
Oh no, just under a log there.
Really?
That log there. I'll put it back under there.
There you go.
See how shiny they are too?
Yeah. That's it. It's like he was never here. Yes. There we go. I love this stuff, eh?
I do too.
Time for a coffee break.
Chris Williams. Yeah. All right. Ah, very good. Can you share me a drink?
Yeah, I'm shorting the drink. That's the least I can do. Invite you for some food later. Yeah. We'll come back. All right, guys, we just got a call.
So what's happened? Someone's got a snake in their garage, which is a common one this time of year. In the warmer weather, the snakes come into people's garages. Now, there's many variations to a garage job. Some people have nothing in their garage. Some people have stuff on the floor to the roof, and it's incredibly difficult to find a snake, and sometimes it's not even in there.
Do you mind me taking a video of him doing it? Yeah.
He's a YouTuber.
It was over near the back door there behind the fridge, and then it's come out and he thinks he's seen it go in here. But I just want to double check.
Okay.
He said it was brown, but I honestly think it was black.
So when they get in the garage like this, which they often do, they come in around the edges of the garage and there's two places along the garage that's got a spot for water to get out, and they go in under there. Then they go around the garage and they go under the big gap in the door into the house on the hot day. That's a common place for them to end up in a house that way. They go, oh, how did it get in?
That's where it was headed. Hubby yelled from the lounge, slammed the door shut. I grabbed the dog and shoved the towel underneath. But they still get through the towel.
I wish I was there. I wish I was there. I just love, I don't get to see it, but I love the commotion, the pandemonium that goes on. I've seen people do the weirdest manoeuvres because they come around the corner, say, there's a snake there, and they go, ooh, and they're like walking mid-air like this. It's like they're walking on air. Let's have a look. Hang on, that doesn't come out there too, does it?
You can get out there.
No, there's a hole that goes, there's one that goes down vertically and then there's one that goes sideways into here. Hang on, I'm going to lift this for the...
First time.
Ah. Well, that's a dead end. Look.
That's a dead end.
Yep.
So we've probably gone that way.
So that's good news. And he wouldn't be sitting in here. That's a dead end. And then you've only got the drain into there. That's actually a dead end. What we can do, we can quickly get the hose though, just to be sure, because that's just a little, oh hang on, that'll go down to another spot and out to the street. But just chuck a bit of water down there, you know? Yeah. I like this. It's an investigation. We want to make sure they don't have a snake. It's actually quite common. So I don't have a snake anymore. I want to make sure I don't have one.
That's it.
There we go. Sometimes I chuck a bit of water down the drain. And they've been sitting just gone there and they go, oh hang on a sec, I don't want to drown there. I'll just poke my head up. I'd be surprised. You'll hear the water trickling. Not that one. It's an Eastern Brown.
So you did see it?
Yeah.
It just popped its head up?
Yep. That's literally an Eastern Brown. But what I'm afraid of is scaring him back into the pipe. Yeah, we just leave him like that for a while.
See if he comes up.
But what I worried when I approached him, I thought, oh no, we're going to scare him back down the pipe and never get him. But he's showing a keen interest in coming out. I just had a job and the snake was seen this morning and it went into a drain. And then there's only one pipe coming out of it. So I put some water down there and lo and behold, a head popped out. Here he comes. Okay, gotta go, bye. There we go.
Oh my God. Wow.
Yeah, there's an Eastern Brown. Well, no, that's not a baby. That's an adult. That's a small adult. And he's doing the whippy thing. This brown snake's quite small. But they're the ones that get in your house, the littler ones. And the much larger Eastern Brown, he's out there enjoying the good habitat. You imagine the younger, smaller snake is the ones pushed out into the, so they're the ones that are pushed out into suburbs and into drains because they can fit there.
Look at this Eastern Brown.
You can have a good look at him. And look at, see the back of his neck?
Yeah.
A lot of these Western Sydney brown snakes have that black nape.
That's why I thought he was black.
Wow.
They have that dark marking, like it's a very common trait in Sydney, but I mean plenty of them have banding still at this size. This one's about 1 metre and a bit. So it's possibly sexually mature. This is quite common, maybe a little bit larger.
Thicker,
but
a bit thicker.
You should have seen the one that I picked up in an engine bay of a car the other day.
How venomous are these Eastern Browns?
They're in the highest category. But when when you're going to hear a lot is this regurgitated story.
Yeah.
People always go, oh, the Eastern Brown is the second most venomous snake in the world. They go on and on about this. But what they don't include is the brown snake is a very toxic snake. And it's in the highest category along taipan. So coastal taipan and the inland taipan are the same high category, but they don't have much venom. They've got quite short fangs. Now, I don't mean to downplay it, but there's a high incident rate of dry bite. I know because I've had one. He actually loves the bag. See what I mean? They go straight into it. Yeah. And then we use a clip. Got heaps of these. So he's happily sitting in the bottom there. We'll send you a link.
Yeah, send me a link, yeah.
Oh yes, yeah. It's called Traveler's Mindset.
Traveler's Mindset, okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Oh, that's so German sounding.
Traveler's
The
Mindset.
Germans are real creative.
Yeah.
I'm a Schlangenfanger.
Alright, take care. Have a good one.
you.
Yeah, see ya. Do you want to get some sushi? Would be nice. Ah, noodles, yeah.
Oh, hang on, we'll get to. It's healthy.
Yeah, get it whatever you want or just order.
Probably the most important consideration when you catch a snake in the first place is knowing what to do with it when you let it go. Let it go in a spot that's going to be suitable for the snakes. And they're doing studies now to see how they cope with complete translocation to a different area. Drop them in bushland that looks suitable for their habitat. But from what we gather, that can be quite detrimental.
Yeah.
Because the animal now is completely unfamiliar, spends less time in cover and spends a lot of time wandering. When I let snakes go, I try to do it inconspicuously because when I get out of my car and wander over to where I'm letting go of the snake, if you're carrying a snake bag, people drive past and go, oh look, there's some guy letting snakes go. I used to have signage on my car and I found it really hard to pull up and get on there go snakes, and people are like watching me. Where's he going? Oh, he's letting snakes go, I bet. Oh, that's why we got so many snakes around here, because there's a guy letting them go, which is completely untrue. The snakes are from here.
Yeah, of course.
But I just sort of sneak in and have a little bag.